Well, well, well. I'm just a bit of a troublemaker, aren't I? Hey everybody, Chris Reagan here. Welcome to whatever the hell this is today. I'm not really quite sure, to be honest. I kind of toyed around with the idea of making this a genuine, like, recap kind of video, like a big, like, you know, a whole to-do. But honestly, if Kotaku isn't going to put any effort into writing a factual article about me, I'm not really gonna, I don't really see the need to put any effort into refuting it. Yeah.
NANI?
Wait, Kotaku wrote about you?
That's right, unusually feminine sounding Paul. Kotaku wrote a whole article on little old me. You might know Kotaku from their award-winning journalism in articles such as, check out the sexy butt on these watermelons, and also, the uplifting tale of Dildo Face, the sim who dared to dream. Yeah. So of course, since Kotaku felt the need to make money, using my name and, lying about me, I figured it only seemed fair, for me to profit off of their journalistic ineptitude. Seems fair to me, right?
That's so fucking cute that you think you're gonna make money from this. This is obviously getting demonetized because I just said the fuck word.
June?
What?
Nah, I'm just asking what month it is. I'm kind of out of it lately. I genuinely don't know. Is it June? Is it July? August?
Oh, it's September.
Huh. Shoe?
Excuse me?
I said shoe. I got an extra shoe here. You want this shoe? I bought like a pair of Vans and it came with an extra third shoe. I'm not really sure how that happens. Pretty sure that's not it. I'm pretty sure the box is really only big enough for two, so I'm not really sure how the third one got in there, but I figured I'd find it a home, you know?
I'm gonna go.
Wow, this interaction was terrible.
Yep.
This shit tastes fucking terrible. Anyway, to answer Paul's stupid question, you're damn right I'm gonna make money off of this. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. What, you think just because this video gets demonetized you've seen the last of me? YouTube can't stop me. But you know what can stop me? Hackers, guys. Gross, disgusting, hemophiliac hackers. Click-clacking away on their fucking mechanical keyboards trying to get their grubby, Dorito-dusted fingers all over my precious information. I ain't having it. But with ExpressVPN, I don't gots to worry about it. ExpressVPN encrypts your data and protects your privacy every time you use the internet. It's actually super good for gaming, too, because you can switch server locations and, drastically decrease the amount of lag you got. I'm a big Destiny guy, and the last thing I want is to disconnect from a game in the middle of a fucking raid, fall into a deep and unstable depression, and take my own life in the town square for all to see. ExpressVPN is consistently faster than other options, and they've got server locations in 94 countries, which gives you a shit ton of options. Whoa, Jesus! Did you see that shit? That was so fast! I bet it was ExpressVPN, because only ExpressVPN is that fast. It only takes one click to activate, and you can get it on your phone, tablet, or computer. It's also a market-leading VPN, rated the #1 VPN service by TechRadar. Isn't that neat? It's less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can continue to avoid your crippling fear of commitment, even though you're in your mid-20s and everything's downhill from here, and you really gotta start getting shit together. You gotta find someone, you gotta settle down real soon. Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description or by going to expressvpn.com/raygun. Again, that's expressvpn.com/raygun. Thanks for sponsoring. Wow, what a great sponsorship and shit. Anyway, we should probably just get on with the article. I know that's what you guys are here to see. You guys aren't just here to see me sucking a little lollipop. Really hurt my tooth there, right there. I don't know if you heard that. PAX cancels controversial host's live podcast, Won't Say Why, by Ethan Gach at Kotaku, August 5th, 2019. It's not going to be a good Chris Reagan video, unless it's unspeakably late. Oh, guys, I know it might be surprising to hear this, but I'm not a troublemaker. I don't go around intentionally trying to start shit with people or, like, trying to stoke flames or anything. I'm a pretty passive, pretty normal, pretty easygoing guy. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I get involved with, like, drama or controversy just by simply living my life, doing literally nothing, I kinda like it. It's a lot of fun, and I can't really explain why. The thought of doing literally nothing wrong, yet still managing to piss off people I've never met, people that I know that I wouldn't like, there's something borderline arousing about it. I just don't know what it is. Now, obviously, this whole thing revolves around the whole PAX thing. So if you watched my live stream from when this initially went down, you're going to be hearing some repeat information, but it's been a while. It's been a long time. It's part of why it's been a long time. I didn't want to spam you guys with this shit. But there's going to be some new shit in here that you're not going to want to miss. I promise. I probably should have thought about this a little bit more. Got a splinter, so that's fucking neat. Ooh, fuck me. Now, I had always had some kind of sneaking suspicion that Kotaku was like one of the great kings of bottom-of-the-barrel games industry reporting, but, you know, the shit that they pulled here in this article really only served to confirm my bias, and that is a bias. I do have a bias against Kotaku, but honestly, how can I not at this point? Jason Schreier is the only person there worth a damn, and even he's kind of a dick. The Seattle gaming convention PAX West has canceled a planned live recording of the Sacred Symbols Gaming podcast, hosted by politically controversial commentators Colin Moriarty and Chris Raygun Maldonado. My name! You said my name! Maybe now my Twitter can get verified, for fuck's sake. Now, they describe me as controversial, and I am very controversial. That is not false. I struggle to think of a demographic that I haven't offended, and it's not because I try to offend people, it's just how I am. I've been called everything from a racist, white nationalist, neo-Nazi, to a Jew-nosed SJW snowflake spick. So it seems to me like the only people I'm really controversial to are, you know, unhinged, sociopathic Looney Tunes. Which, you know, I'm okay with that. Something tells me I wouldn't want to impress them anyway. Moriarty and Maldonado are popular and divisive figures, both alternating between gaming discussion and conservative political commentary? This is the kind of take that lets me know that the people writing about me have never actually watched anything on my channel at all. They just sort of look at the titles and thumbnails and think, this looks like something a chud would make. And then they just assume that that's what the content is, based on all the content that looks like it that's around it. And I guess I can't blame them for thinking that, that's just kind of how generalization works, but this is no exaggeration, and I mean this quite literally. I could go through every single fucking one of my uploads that have anything to do with current events or politics in any way, and point out every reason why they're not only not conservative, but why they're specifically liberal. I'm not going to do that, because that would take a fuckload of time. I've uploaded quite a lot. But I will run through a few quick ones, just in case you didn't get the fucking message. My video about the OK sign being a racist hate symbol is literally opposing the idea that racists, Nazis, and white supremacists should have any say or any power over our public discourse, and how they shouldn't be handed the keys to ubiquitous and innocuous symbology. That's what that video is about. You can agree with that, or you can disagree with that, but you'd be arguing in pretty fucking bad faith to say that it's a conservative fucking argument. Anti-SJWs Hate Him is a video that I made that's entirely focused on making fun of anonymous conservative chuds who treat SJWs like they're some kind of fucking extinction-level threat to the universe, and how they take themselves way too seriously when all this shit is really just kind of dumb. Side note, by the way, I've lived in Los Angeles for about 4 years now, and I can tell you without a fucking doubt, I have only met one person in my entire time here who has even been remotely close to the stereotypical SJW. Most people in the real world are totally normal, totally cool, and totally chill. What a surprise. It's almost like the internet is the fucking worst. My Jordan Hunt video is literally me making fun of some guy who assaulted a woman on the street with a little bit of pro-choice, argument thrown in there too. Very conservative, I know. My video about Alex Jones being banned is literally entirely about the fact that corporations, these mega corporations, have way too much power, and they need to be regulated, and they need to have the government fucking step in and put restrictions on the amount of power that they have over the public discourse. Ooh! Very fucking right-wing, I know. Video games are evil. The whole fucking thing is making fun of Ben Shapiro's dumbass conservative website spreading moral panic about video games. And it's also, by the way, the best video I've ever made, in my opinion. Saying I'm a conservative is the quickest and easiest way to out yourself as a complete dipshit. Listen, guys, if I was conservative, I would fucking tell you. Plenty of conservative commentators have found immense success online. There's literally no reason why I wouldn't just be upfront with you and say, hey, I'm a conservative. It makes no fucking difference to me. I'd be rolling in fucking Paul Joseph Watson dollars. You know? Like, what do you think? Why would I lie? What is the reason? I'm not gonna be fired. I'm my own boss. Like, I don't understand. I am very, very, very left-wing, guys. I'm just also very rude and very inconsiderate. That's possible. I know you might not want me on your team, but you're stuck with me, sorry. It's amazing that we live in a society where sex and gender can be this, you know, this infinite spectrum, you know, this widely branching tree. But politics is really just like, you're an SJW or you're a Nazi. There's no in-betweens. No spectrum here. Fucking what? There are also people out there who think I'm alt-right, but I don't even really think that's even remotely worth responding to. Now look, I'm not even Jewish. But I know for a fact that this right here, this nose, it ain't getting far in a white ethno state, I'll tell you what. In a 2016 music video titled Ain't No Rest for the Triggered, which has over 4 million views on YouTube, fucking hell yeah, it does! Maldonado mocks people for being angry at things like racist Halloween costumes and misgendering transgender people? That doesn't seem right. I like how they had to go back to 3-year-old content and they still had to lie about it. It's pretty clear that he looked at the lyrics to Ain't No Rest for the Triggered and filled in his own bias as he was reading them, because nowhere in that musical do I mention racist Halloween costumes or transgender people. The lyric was specifically referencing this thing that happened at a university. I think it was Yale, but I'm not. You can't quote me on that. It's been a while. Where students were angry at faculty because Halloween costumes that had the potential to be offensive were not banned as decided by a faculty letter or a faculty email. The broad criteria of what offensive could mean was the meat of that criticism. Because a rule like that would have banned costumes like this, and I love shit like this. This is borderline hilarious. It's an old joke for sure, but I mean, come on. Come on. I'm not sitting here being like, boy, I sure wish I could wear blackface all the time. Who the fuck do you think I am, for fuck's sake? And yeah, there's no mention of transgender people in it either. The lyric is specifically about a bigendered girl with manly tendencies, which is literally a thing that I made up entirely. It's not a real thing. It's specifically not a real thing. First of all, bigendered insinuates that there's only 2 genders anyway, which is specifically not compatible with, you know, modern gender theory at all. So like, I don't even understand how you could even view this as like a real thing at all. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe now in 2019, a bigendered girl with manly tendencies is an authentic gender identity, but I fucking really doubt it. And if it is real, it wasn't real back then, and you can thank me later for having invented something else. All I do for you people is give. I give. All I do is I give, and you smack me in the face. Sick of it. I can't even pretend to take this shit serious. I think the problem is that people will view content like the content that I put out, and they'll view it in such a way that suggests that if I'm making fun of a topic or if I'm making a video about a subject, it means that I think that it's a very important subject matter that needs to be fought for tooth and nail, that I think it's like some kind of cause that needs to be, you know, represented in the public square or some shit. Because so many political channels on YouTube are like that. They're so didactic and dire and self-serious, and they come across, the personalities that run them come across like they're trying to save the West. But it's really like, for me, it's the exact opposite, really. I make videos because I care so little. The only reason, and this is true, I'm being real with you, this is 100% real talk. The only reason I made Ain't No Rest for the Triggered is because I thought the title was clever and I didn't want anybody else to make a video with that title before I could get it out. Literally, that's it. Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, Ain't No Rest for the Triggered. Ah, that's kind of that's not a bad joke. I should do this before someone else does. Literally the entire reasoning. The same thing with Punch a Nazi, by the way. Punch a Nazi paparazzi, that's fucking perfect. How has nobody done this yet? I gotta do this. Even my violent video games video, which I think is, again, is my best video. I only made that video because I really just kind of wanted to talk about video games for a little bit. Do you think I give a shit about what some conservative idiot paid by Ben Shapiro thinks about video games? No. I saw an article and I was like, that's a good excuse to talk about video games. Literally it. My entire existence on this platform is dedicated to the pursuit of a chuckle. I just want to entertain people, and I make sure people have a good little laugh at the expense of some people who they might not agree with, or maybe at the expense of people who they might agree with on some level. We got a little bit sidetracked there, sorry about that, but I think we should get back to the article now, because like my favorite part of the article is coming up. It's this part that I think showed Kotaku for who they truly are. Fan bases are inherently kind of obsessive, so I don't really believe our fan base is any more toxic than any other fan base I've encountered, Maldonado told Kotaku when asked about criticisms that his fan base can be toxic. Nevertheless, in an example of the kind of climate that critics of the panel were discussing, a low-profile tweet celebrating the cancellation was quote tweeted by Maldonado, who has over 180,000 Twitter followers, and quickly met with people calling the original poster retarded, a dumb fuck, and the king of autism. I got the phrase king of autism written in no unserious terms in a Kotaku article. Take a second to just appreciate that. Send me a fucking gift basket. Send me all of your thanks. You know that this is a great thing. I can't believe they wrote that. But seriously, I really hate this new idea, this relatively new idea. That just because I have an audience, just because a lot of people follow me and like what I have to say and like the kind of things that I make, that I'm for some reason not allowed to defend myself from people who are literally celebrating when bad shit happens to me, people who are spreading lies about me, and people who are just being mean, and people who are being dicks to me in general. I can't respond to that just because I'm successful? Are you fucking kidding me? If you're gonna be a dick to me and I think it warrants a response, I'm gonna fucking respond. I don't care if you have 2 million Twitter followers. I don't care if you have 6 Twitter followers. What the fuck is this weird standard? Why are you even talking shit about people anyway if you're just going to complain that the person acknowledged your fucking tweet? Why say anything? If I say something shitty to someone or about somebody with a way bigger social media following than mine, am I supposed to just expect that I'm immune from criticism because I'm not as popular? This is such a weird social media designated morality that I really don't fucking understand. It's such a weird stance, especially coming from a site like Kotaku, which has millions of followers and just wrote an article with a bunch of false information about me, and I'm way smaller than them. Like, is it not punching down when you lie about me, but it is punching down when I defend myself against somebody who's just being a fucking dick to me personally? What the fuck is that? Is it still punching down if I, with my measly 180,000 Twitter followers, respond to your stupid article and get way more engagement than your fucking original article had with its 2.1 million followers? Who's punching up and who's punching down here? Am I bigger than you, Kotaku? Are you punching down to me? Am I punching down to you? Kind of hard to tell, because you're so fucking stupid. And I want to be really clear about this, because I think this point is pretty important, and I think it's the point that we should leave on. All we were going to do at PAX West was do our panel for the people who were excited to see us there. Nobody else. We weren't going to antagonize anybody. We weren't going to start shit. We were just going to do our show for the people who listen to our show. We were probably just going to talk about Crash Team Racing for like an hour. Literally, actually, for real. If we just had our way, nobody outside of our existing audience would have even known that we were going. And yet the simple announcement that we were going to be attending PAX, simply the announcement that we would be there at all, had people requesting things to be thrown at us if we were seen on the show floor, and people egging people on to harass us. You know, people saying, oh, fuck those guys, throw shit at them, they don't deserve the fucking platform, fucking dehumanizing us and saying all sort of stupid mean shit. But because they didn't use the word retarded or king of autism, that doesn't matter, right? That shit doesn't exist. Kotaku didn't actually care to find the people who were harassing us just for announcing that we were going to be at PAX, because that would have flown in the face of their stupid fucking Chris Reagan's audience is toxic narrative. This is exactly what I was saying to Kotaku when I said every fan base has a subsection of people who are kind of terrible because fan bases are inherently obsessive. But they pretended like, oh, Chris is fucking dumb for saying that. It's his fan base that's stupid. So let me get this straight. The people who are outside of our fan base are not toxic. They're not toxic at all, even though that they, incited harassment against us for simply showing up at PAX, that they egged people on to throw shit at us while we were walking the show floor. They're not toxic. But my fan base is toxic because they dogpiled on someone who's being a dick to me for having my podcast canceled. Cool. Nice job. Good job, Kotaku. Fuck you and your entire staff, quite frankly. You're a dog shit website. I hope Gawker comes back from the grave and dies again and somehow takes you with it, because you're just the fucking worst, and I have no respect for anybody at your stupid fucking website. Even Jason Schreier, who is a pretty solid journalist, I think. But fuck him, because why not? Sorry if this was a bit serious. We're gonna go back to our regularly scheduled bullshit programming soon. But thanks for stopping by. And that's it. I'll see you later. Bye!